We welcome you back to Wrigley Field in Game 5, 8th inning. 3-2, Cubs on top. First pitch swinging is Yan Gomes, who is at the plate for the first time tonight. 0 for 1 in this postseason. That came in this World Series. There's his regular year. Couldn't stay healthy. Fought his way back to the active roster in September. Here he is, trying to lead off the 8th with something. In the hole 0-2. Chapman is asked to get 8 outs tonight. He's got 2 so far.
Pumping in fastballs. Saying good luck to you. Chapman with the slider here ties him up.
Just so you know, for this season, regular and post, opponents have hit 151 against the Chapman fastball, 235 against the Chapman slider, and he just locked up Yan Gomes.
I mean, I know it's nice to have a secondary pitch, but when they can't hit the first pitch, you don't really need a secondary pitch.
Ball 1 inside to Davis.
Sometimes he's going to give you a chance with that slider. If you can't catch up to the heater and it's in the wrong spot, it does you a favor.
A single, a steal, and a run scored by Davis in the 6th. Rajai takes high for ball 2. If he can get on, he can use his speed. Chapman does not hold runners all that well either. Kipnis on deck. Ball 3. Strike 2.
Crowd once again.
That's Rizzo with a diving stop, but Chapman didn't move. And the tying run is on. Chapman got caught watching.
You'll see right here, as soon as he throws and he turns his back, because that's the way he finishes. And it was way too late at that point. Davis could flat out fly.
And so the tying run is on. And how about Rajai Davis? Came in 1 for 23 in the postseason, was 1 for 25 before the 6th inning single and steal. He scored a run on the hit by Lindor, and now he's on. And there will be a lot of attention on Rajai Davis at first with 1 out.
Yes, there will. Cleveland Indians are one of the few teams in baseball, as we've documented, they will steal bases. 134 regular season stolen bases. Davis is going to make it awfully difficult, as he could and should, for Chapman.
Here's Kipnis. Jason 0 for 3 tonight.
I just love this time of the year more than anything. I mean, I loved it when I was a player out there. Everything matters. attention, crowd, every pitch is big. Of course, for the Cubs, it's magnified because they're down 3-1, but it just doesn't get any better than this right here.
Davis didn't get a real good look at that move by Chapman. He takes a while to the plate. The difference for Chicago is they've got Wilson Contreras behind the plate who can really throw it. And we've seen the tagging abilities by Javier Baez down at second. And Chapman calls timeout and wants a new baseball.
It's just a much easier position for the Indians to be in, up 3-1, even though they're down 1 run in this game. They can afford to be a little more aggressive. They can afford to take chances, put the heat continuously on the Cubs and hope for a mistake, hope for a crack in the armor of the Cubs. But at this point, it's all about Chapman being able to throw strikes, finishing the job.
Contreras is active behind the plate. He likes throwing behind the runner at first if he gets the chance. Kipnis. 1-1. That was pitch number 20. Season high in pitches for Chapman, 36. Career high 44 last July with Cincinnati.
Take it.
After that ball bounced over to first, the Indians were saying check the ball. Joe West alerted the home plate umpire, Tony Randazzo. They got Chapman's attention. He threw the ball out. There he goes. No chance. Stolen base for Davis. And the tying run in scoring position here in the 8th.
That's just a great job by Davis, reading the move, leg kick more parallel, and he takes off.
What a nice addition to this Cleveland team, Rajai Davis, who led the American League in stolen bases at the age of 35, and he's got 2 big ones here tonight. Now the 2-0. Instead, Chapman steps off with Kipnis at the plate.
Well, what he did at first base was bought the hitter Kipnis 2 pitches out of the zone. So now Kipnis a favorable 2-0 count, with Davis stealing most of the attention of Chapman.
And now Contreras will go out to talk, and Baez will come in. And according to Joe Madden, the Cubs manager, Baez has the ability in these little meetings to say the right thing to Chapman, get him to laugh, get him to lighten up. Back to his position he goes.
Well, there's a couple ways to put a pick off if you're a middle infielder, and of course Baez is going to be the only one because Russell's playing on the opposite side, not thinking that Kipnis can pull the fastball of Chapman. You do daylight, or there's a pick play, and a pick play can come from the catcher or a sign from the infielder. Daylight is when he takes off to second, you turn and spin trying to pick him off.
Two and one on Kipnis.
I think Kipnis made up his mind he was going to swing at a fastball.
Such life on these pitches. Wilson Contreras glad to corral that. 2.
His last 2 pitches weren't even close. But you know, Kipnis having a hard time not only reading Chapman's release point, but velocity.
Another visit. T-Mobile One lets MLB fans always stay connected to the game they love with unlimited LTE data. Welcome to Unlimited Baseball. And welcome to heart-pounding baseball here in the 8th.
Oh, this crowd has been standing, pleading, hoping.
Kipnis takes ball 3.
That's where the other ones were, outside. Kipnis held up.
Popped up, Zobrist coming in. That one almost popped out. Had to make sure down the line and left. 2 out.
Well, the hard part for Zobrist was getting awfully close to the bullpen mound. You know, part of him was worried when he was going to hit that, and as he hits that with his foot, it just might have caused him to take his eye off the glove and the ball just a fraction. Hard play for a left fielder to come in with the wind blowing the way it was and then hit a different surface right there.
It's a foul ball for the out, and now it's Lindor with Napoli on deck. And Lindor has come up with one big hit after another for Cleveland. This 22-year-old star, an RBI single, was caught stealing in the 6th. He could tie this game with a 2-out hit. A base is open. Mike Napoli is on deck, and that's why Bosio came out to talk. Look at the number 444 hitting in this World Series. There's the tying run, 2 out, 8th inning. There goes Davis. And he just walks into third base with another steal.
During that visit, he had a conversation with the first base coach, and that was already discussed what was going to happen. He was going to take third and put the ultimate pressure on now Contreras at home plate.
Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Tying run is 90 feet away. Strike 1.
The one thing Lindor has going for him, he's quiet, and as long as he doesn't take a really big swing, he has a chance against Chapman. They went with the slider there. Short, compact to the ball. Use the power of Chapman to your advantage.
And that's the importance of taking third base. Rajai Davis led the league with 13 steals of third during the regular season, and anything that gets away from Contreras, Davis will take off.
And that was part of the game planning. Throwing sliders versus fastball early against Lindor.
Strike 2.
like coming in first place in everything that matters? Introducing the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty, the only high-strength, military-grade, aluminum alloy body, heavy-duty pickup. It takes first place in every measure of tough. Best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, best-in-class horsepower, and best-in-class torque. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
Hey, man, why aren't you streaming my game?
Hey, Bryce. I can't. See, I've got Verizon, and I've already reached my data limit.
You know this is the postseason, right? You could be missing a classic.
You're killing me, man, but look, more data would cost me a fortune.
What if I just hit a walk-off bomb?
Nah, you didn't. Did you?
Why pay more for data limits? Introducing T-Mobile One. Unlimited data for everyone. Get 4 lines, just $35 a month. Welcome to Unlimited Baseball.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack knocked over a candlestick onto the shag carpeting, and his pants ignited into flames, causing him to stop, drop, and roll. Luckily, Jack recently had Geico help him with renter's insurance, because all his belongings went up in flames. Jack got full replacement and now has new pants he ordered from Banana Republic. Visit geico.com and see how affordable renter's insurance can be.
Don't let the food you eat during the day haunt you at night. Nexium 24 Hours shuts down your stomach's active acid pumps to stop the burn of frequent heartburn all day and night.
Have we seen them before?
Banish the burn with Nexium 24 Hour.
You get used to sweaty odors in your car. You think it smells fine, but your passengers smell this. Eliminate odors you've gone nose blind to for up to 30 days with the Febreze car vent clip. Break out the Febreze and breathe happy.
Domino's it is.
No, I want salad.
Oh, no.
So we're getting salad, right? Right?
Luckily at Domino's, we love pizza so much we've added salads, so no one can veto pizza night. Try one with a medium 2-topping pizza for $5.99 each.
The 2016 Reliever of the Year awards were presented by the Hartford. Prior to yesterday's game, Zach Britton of the Orioles was named the Mariano Rivera American League Reliever of the Year, and Kenley Jansen of the Dodgers was named the Trevor Hoffman National League Reliever of the Year. Britton was 47 for 47 in save opportunities with a 0.54 ERA. Jansen, who wasn't here yesterday, as Russell takes a strike, also had 47 saves, tied with Mark Melancon, 4 behind NL leader Juris Familia. And on top of all that, so good in the postseason. Congratulations to Zach and to Kenley. The 0-1 pitch from Allen to Russell, strike 2. Just so you keep it in the back of your mind, in case something starts to happen for Chicago in the bottom of the 8th, Chapman is due up 4th. Cody Allen got around to hit batsman. Handed out an intentional pass last inning and got Zobrist on a pop-up. Struck him out, 1 away. Second strikeout for Allen. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by T-Mobile One. Welcome to Unlimited Baseball. Don't forget, after this game, go to FS1, sponsored by Lethal Weapon. Post-game coverage. Kevin A-Rod, the hit king, the big hurt. Here's Jason Hayward, who was struck out 3 times. Takes the ball inside.
Well, you know, Jansen, you mentioned, going to be a free agent, I believe, and he pitched 3 innings in relief of Clayton Kershaw, only in a losing effort. Brent, so nasty, didn't get in the game in the wild card.
1 ball, 1 strike on Hayward.
But Chapman will also be a free agent. Both Chapman and Jansen will probably command attention.
and dollars. 1-1. Hayward tried to check a swing, and he did. 2-1. In the ninth inning, it'll be Napoli, Santana, and Ramirez. Three guys who are home run threats. 68 home runs between the first two hitters in the ninth. Third hitter homered earlier tonight. 2-1. 3-1. It a ton, but pulls it foul.
Well, Terry Francona basically has two closers. It's Cody Allen and Andrew Miller. So even in a one-run deficit, he's asked Cody Allen to pitch a few innings. He hasn't had much action of late. With a day off tomorrow, he'll have his full complement of relievers ready if they need to play a game 6.
Oldest Chapman has thrown 30 pitches so far after coming into this game in the 7th. He set his career high 44 out of the bullpen. That's foul. But those other appearances weren't in game 5 of the World Series with his team facing elimination.
No, they weren't, and certainly his previous experiences coming in with less room for error, at least tonight. One runner on, and he was able to get out of that. Might think about spinning a breaking ball here if you're Cody Allen.
Hayward hits a bullet into right center. On with one out in the 8th.
Hayward was getting too good of swings off the fastball for my liking, and he went with a 3-2 fastball, and they went away, and he was able to put a bullet past Kipnis.
Now Javier Baez, 1 on, 1 out. Again, it's Chapman, the next hitter. Fazio is going through Pedro Strop to talk to Chapman. Baez. Hayward goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down. Not in time. Stolen base.
Cubs being aggressive, up 1, trying to steal another run. Using the formula and a late slide, kind of a awkward slide as he tried to avoid the tag, but the ball gets by him, and then he lands on it.
And the reaction from Aroldis Chapman in the on-deck circle. He doesn't look too stressed down there, and now doesn't. Mickey Callaway, pitching coach, is going to come out and talk.
I mean, this is a pretty obvious situation of you don't have to throw Baez a strike, even if he gets on first base. We're facing Chapman. So just be aggressive with your breaking balls, I would think, against a guy who's shown the inability to stay off of him. And then you could face Chapman. I'm sure hasn't had a whole lot of time swinging the bat.
Oh, 0-1 the count on Baez. It's a big run sitting out there for Chicago. That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Now don't throw it anywhere close to the strike zone. And Hayward, be prepared. If it's in the dirt, If you can read it and get an aggressive lead and anticipate the ball in the dirt, if it skips away a little bit, you can advance to third. The hardest part for Baez is to anticipate the ball up and not think it's going to be a fastball. But sometimes you just got to guess along with the pitcher when you're struggling on anything that moves. It's just not that easy until you learn, and he will learn a lot. Having gone through this, I can promise you.
We visited with Terry Francona, the manager of the Indians, before the game. He was talking about John Lester, who he managed in Boston. He said, I know this, the game's not going to be too big for Lester. And then he said, what, if we go back to Cleveland, it's Arrieta. If there's a game 6 and if there's a game 7, it's Hendricks. He said, their pitching still gives me anxiety. There's a 1-2. 2-2. Joe Madden said, just get this thing back to Cleveland. He likes Arrieta. Game 6, he would take on Josh Tomlin, who was so good here 2 nights ago on Tuesday night in Cleveland.
Spin it, spin it. Breaking ball.
And struck him out. Another swing and miss from Javier Baez. With a runner at second, 2 out. Here comes Chapman.
That's how you execute without throwing a strike.
There are certain guys, when they walk into a clubhouse, that just look different than the rest. And that's Aroldis Chapman for the Cubs. As Joe Madden said, he's like wrapped steel. He is as strong a baseball player as you'll find.
Yeah, and a great athlete. He's not a guy that just throws 100.
They ask him for a hit. Ball 1.
They're also going to protect themselves right there if he swings late.
Chapman did not bat for the Cubs this season during the regular year. The 1-0 pitch inside corner.
He's got half of it down. He looks hitterish.
He does.
Good stance.
Oh for 1 earlier in the season. Waiting for a 1-1. That is down 2-1. Third career plate appearance for Aroldis Chapman. He's 0 for 2. Hayward stealing. Throw down is not in time. And the count's 2-2 on Chapman. Indians check to see if they want to challenge that call, and they don't. Hayward at third, 2 out. Cubs by 1. A strikeout ends the inning and sends Game 5 into the ninth. The three guys coming up, Napoli, Santana, Ramirez, combined 1 for 7. Their careers against Chapman. Let's go to the 9th.
When you have 4 legs, you really appreciate the 7th inning stretch. And it gives me just enough time to keep tabs on my money and banking. With my Bank of America mobile banking app, I can see my accounts all in one place. I can easily manage them, and if something doesn't look right, I'm going to know. Plus, I feel secure because I can set up alerts to help detect unusual activity. So I always have my eye on the ball.
Oh, man.
Typical.
Let's go. In 5 days, experience Marvel Studios' most daring creation yet.
You cannot stop this, Mr.
Doctor.
Mr. Doctor.
Doctor Strange. Don't miss Doctor Strange. Rated PG-13. Get tickets in Real D and IMAX 3D.
There's a new taco hero in town. In Game 1 of the World Series, Francisco Lindor stole a base for Cleveland and free tacos for America. Run into any participating Taco Bell to score your free Doritos Locos Taco Wednesday, November 2nd from 2 to 6 p.m. Only at Taco Bell.
I live in a nameless town, blackout. Midnight, where we used to dance, underneath the ugly halogen lamps. All went away so fast, blackout.
I can shut down your power grids. I can paralyze your infrastructure. I can access the personal data of everyone in America. I am the enemy with no face, and I can't be stopped.
For every would-be cyber attack, there's a team of U.S. Army cyber warriors who will not be defeated. Find out more at goarmy.com/team.
Today, we're talking about automotive awards. Which one of these awards appeals most to you?
Top safety pick, mid-sized car and SUV.
Most dependable means a lot to me.
The green car, because I like fuel efficiency.
What if there was a car company that received all of these awards?
One company, one award in all these? Chevy.
Chevrolet is the most awarded car company of the last 2 years.
I love it. It's fierce.
How would you sum this car up in one word?
Incredible, amazing. I can't use one word.
It's your TV. Take it with you. With DirecTV and AT&T, watch all your live channels on your devices data-free. Switch to DirecTV and lock in your price for 2 years. Offers starting at $50 a month.
Aroldis Chapman came on in the 7th with 1 out. He got out of the 7th, pitched a scoreless 8th. And tries to work a scoreless 9th to send the World Series back to Cleveland. Ball 1 to Mike Napoli.
He's got to go through some thunder. Napoli and Santana.
Back-to-back guys who each hit 34 home runs during the regular season. 1-run Cub lead in Game 5. Strike 1. The last home run Aroldis Chapman allowed was June 18th of this year to Kurt Suzuki of the Twins. He has seen 201 batters since. Strike 2. Off the end of the bat, Russell. And the Cubs are 2 outs away from their first World Series win at Wrigley since that 1945 postseason. Here's Santana. 101 from Chapman. Carlos hit 34 home runs, but 30 of those home runs came left-handed during the regular season.
Chapman's done a nice job. He hasn't been too inconsistent with his fastball early on, mixing in a couple sliders. But now sensing a normal ninth inning, even though it's unnormal in the fact that this is the third time he's entered the game, really. 7th, 8th, and now the 9th.
The 0-1 pitch. Ball 1. Still in triple digits, as he has tied his season high for pitches. Still 8 away from his career high.
That's the hardest part of closing, really. You come in and you know that's it. You get your job done. You don't really sit down. He sat down twice, now having to get it the third time.
Time called. Two balls and a strike. Three and one. Up right side. Hayward coming to get it. He says stay away. 2 out. And the first man Aroldis Chapman faced tonight, Jose Ramirez. Chapman hoping will be his last faced tonight.
Quite a job it would be if that is the case.
Ramirez struck out when he faced Chapman in the 7th. Strike 1.
I would think with 2 strikes he saved his best fastball for last. If he gets to 2 strikes.
Strike 2. The Cubs' last World Series win at Wrigley, Game 6, 1945 against Detroit, October 8th. It's the 30th of October, 2016. Struck him out. There will be a Game 6. Cubs win it 3-2. Cubs went out and got Aroldis Chapman on July 25th from the Yankees. They gave 4 players to get the future free agent. And in the 7th inning, Joe Matt handed the ball to Aroldis Chapman and said, "It's all yours." He got 8 outs and kept the lead and gets the series back to Cleveland. Let's go down to Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Joe. Chris, elimination game. You led by 1 run in the final 3 innings. What was it like out there?
It didn't feel like an elimination game. I mean, it's nice to have a big inning there, and John doing his thing, and then Chappie coming in for, 7 outs. I mean, that was an unbelievable win, and hopefully you can use that heading into Game 6.
You're going back to Cleveland. You've got Arrieta on normal rest against Tomlin on short rest. You've got Schwarber coming back. How do you like your chances?
We feel good about it. I mean, the reigning Cy Young winner, obviously he did well over there. He's a bulldog, man. He'll go out there and give you his best effort every time, and we always feel confident with him on the mound. So hopefully you can win that game, and you never know what happens in a Game 7.
Chris, thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Over to Tom Verducci.
Anthony Rizzo, you scored all your runs in the 3rd inning. What was the tension like for the final 6 innings of this game to hold on?
High anxiety. A lot of deep breaths. Just every pitch gets bigger and bigger as the game goes on, and it's unbelievable. Great win here. To send these fans off with a win. Now we get to go back to Cleveland and take care of business.
I have to ask you about your good friend, David Ross. He drove in what turned out to be the deciding run, threw out a runner at second base, caught John Lester for probably the final time. What are your thoughts about the man you call Grandpa Rossi?
I mean, I love him. I love him like a brother, like a dad, like a mentor. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if everyone, I was pretty emotional there, just seeing him with that big hit back, driving that run and throwing the guy out. He was talking before the game about, this could be his last. And we got the W, sent him out with 2 more Ws.
Hey, congratulations. We'll see you in Cleveland.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
Back to you.
All right, guys, thank you. The winning pitcher is Lester, now 1-1 in this World Series, 3-1 this postseason. The loser, Bauer. Trevor goes to 0-2, both losses in this World Series. And the save for Chapman, what a save, as he had to get the final 8 defensive outs. Here's how it ended. His 4th save, a foul tip, hung on to by Contreras in a 3-hour, 27-minute game.
Awesome game, awesome venue. Getting ready to go to another awesome venue in Cleveland. They are excited. They were hoping it might end tonight, but they're going to get a Game 6 in Cleveland. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait.
Nor can I, nor can any of us wait to get back to Cleveland and continue this World Series between a team that hasn't won it all since 1948 and one that hasn't won it all since 1908. A 2 2/3 innings pitched. Save for Aroldis Chapman. Cubs win it 3-2. Kevin, guys, all yours.
All right, Joe, welcome. Well, it's been 25,955 days since the Cubs last won a World Series game. That streak is now over. Frank Thomas, Pete Rose, Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. A lot to do on the postgame tonight. We'll have interviews and reaction, more of that from Wrigley. The Cubs, of course, we'll hear from them, and they extend their series and their season. It'll go back to Cleveland. Plus, Aroldis Chapman delivering tonight. Alex said this would go back to Cleveland, and indeed we are. Maybe the Cubs got a little bit of a break tonight, too. And these fans, something to celebrate. It's been quiet in Wrigley, but not anymore. This is going to a Game 6 in this World Series post-game show. We're back.
5 nights a week, things are gonna get messy. I wasn't finished! And that's just how we like it.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 11:30 on Fox 18.
Furniture in Kiwani. Honest to goodness value, day in and day out.
One of the great international rivalries in world soccer. There's a lot of bad blood between these two teams. Lightning doesn't strike twice. It struck 4 times.
Fox Wednesdays. Riggs and Murtaugh are back.
Okay. Yeah, well, this worked out fine.
Okay, now you're angry.
You ever feel like you made the wrong career choice?
The day I met you.
Lethal Weapon, all new. Wednesdays on Fox.
Okay. She's a danger to these children. The kids are fine.
Can I have some more ice cream?
The Mick, coming this January to Fox.
Welcome to the postgame show. We're presented by Lethal Weapon on Fox. And this World Series is not over just yet. High atop Wrigley Field, where the Cubs finally get a win in the World Series at the home ballpark for the first time in a long time. And these fans have something to celebrate here on the corner of Waveland and Sheffield tonight. Exciting ball game, 3-2 the final as the Cubs get the victory. Come on into our set. Welcome. Postgame show is coming your way right now. And there are a lot of decisions in this game that were very, very, very interesting. But I'll tell you one thing. For all this Chapman guys, when he came in, we were all thinking, man, 8-out save. You played with him. Did you think he was going to be able to do it?
No, not really. I mean, he's a guy that feels very comfortable with a 1 clean inning in the 9th. 3 outs. I thought it would be Lester to Chapman, but this was a very unconventional way, Lester to Chapman with 8 outs.
When are we going to understand it's not a gamble for Joe Madden to bring Chapman in the game, no matter where it's at? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we start him in the game. We'd all be second guessing, but the guy just pitched his butt off.
You felt good about that, though?
No, I really didn't, but the guy was throwing just as hard the last hitter as he was the first hitter.
He was.
Well, we all thought it was a quick hit, a quick hook for Lester, but it was more that mentality of all hands on deck. Joe said, forget it. We're going 8 outs for Chapman. He got it done tonight. Moving on to Cleveland. Joe Madden did it once again his way.
You know, I was more concerned about the battery of Carl Edwards Jr. and Contreras. That really concerned me. I don't want my last 12 outs of such a pivotal game to come down to those 2 young guys. I'd rather have Ross and John Lester in there, so I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Chapman was tremendous. He threw 42 pitches. That is a season high, 2 off his career high. Joe Madden pushed the button, and it certainly worked for this Cubs team. Lester, we've seen it before, right? I mean, this guy in the playoffs, Frank, gets it done, you know, and yeah, we all thought maybe coming out a little bit early, but he gave the Cubs exactly what they needed tonight, too.
He had great focus. You know, until the 6th, there was no base runners, really, so he could stay in his zone. He kept the runners off base. I mean, he pitched perfectly what they needed, and a big win for the team tonight. And Chapman, once again, was phenomenal.
Like all great pitchers, he pitched a good ball game and didn't have his greatest stuff. That's a testimony of what kind of pitcher this guy is. You know, that's why you didn't want to take him out, right, Abe?
Yeah, no. Listen, I played with John Lester, it feels like over 100 times. He is a tremendous competitor. Today, he had both sides working. Tony did not really help him behind the plate much. There were some pitches he was squeezed on both sides. But I got to tell you, he pitched well enough. If John Lester doesn't pitch 8 innings and hand the ball to Chapman, he probably thinks it's not a quality start.
Yeah, bottom line is Lester gave them a great start. Chapman gave them way more than any of us thought was going to happen tonight. 8 outs from Chapman. Bottom line is Cubs are alive. And this series goes back to Cleveland now for a big Game 6. And these fans are excited. Why wouldn't they be here in Wrigley? Stay tuned for those of you right here for your late local news. But for continuing postgame coverage of the World Series, turn it over to FS1 at midnight Eastern. We will be with you for a while. These fans have a feeling they'll be here for a while, too. Postgame here, postgame on FS1. Emotional night at Wrigley. Bill Murray, Dexter Fowler, and the Cubbies. Lester and Ross, a couple of old vets getting it done. We've got a Game 6, fellas. We're back.
Mars will be the greatest adventure ever.
Mars, a global event series. Monday, November 14th on the National Geographic Channel.
She signed a deal with Nike. The ad agency's throwing her a party.
Hey, have you guys seen Ginny?
You seen Ginny?
You want to get out of here? You got a car.
Should we call the LAPD?
Their agent's trying to find her.
Yeah, she's probably like running around somewhere naked.
All new Pitch. Thursday or watch anytime on demand or on Fox Now.
Wow, today's the big day. I can't believe that it's finally here. From the first day we met, I knew I wanted to marry Lisa. She's amazing in every way. I had to find the ring that matched her beauty, and I knew I would only find it at Necker's. The diamond and setting they helped me pick out is perfect. Now, all I have to do is pop the question. She said yes. She loves the ring, and it's all because I went to Necker's. Necker's Jewelers in Davenport and DeWitt. Give to the one you love.
Shabana Creek RV in Atkinson, Illinois. We are the motorhome experts. Like this Class C mini motorhome, 31-foot long, 2 slide-outs, only 2,600 original miles. Priced now at $64,995. 15 to 20 miles per gallon with this Itasca Navion. It's a 2008 model with only 60,000 miles. Priced now at $64,995. It's a beautiful coach. Come out to Atkinson and take a look.
Shabana Creek RV, Atkinson, Illinois.
Once again, Courtesy Kia has been voted the best new car dealership by the Quad City Times Reader's Choice Award. We're celebrating with savings like this Sedona minivan for just $246 a month. For just $179 a month, choose Sportage or Sorrento. This Soul is just $129 a month. The highest ranked compact multi-purpose vehicle in initial quality. Or take home Optima or Forte for a super low $109 a month from Courtesy Kia.
Thanks, Quad Cities,
for voting us #1 again.
At Green Buick GMC, you gotta go to green.
Green, gotta go to green.
Make a date with Mike and Molly.
Weeknights at 5 and 11 on Fox 18.
And now, this is a Fox Fastcast with meteorologist Ash Simpson.
Well, a lot cooler today than it was yesterday. We only made it up close to 60, and now this evening, cooling off pretty fast, already down into the mid and lower 40s. 46 in the Quad Cities, 43 in Clinton, 46 in Geneseo, 45 in Alita. We had clouds clear out. That's allowing a lot of that heat from today to escape, and so as we go through the rest of the night, we will be getting down into the mid and lower 40s. Sunrise comes at 7:33, and then a breezy but comfy day tomorrow for your Halloween 55 by 11 a.m. I'll let you know all about that Halloween forecast coming up on Fox 18 News at 9, late edition.
Live from the Local 4 News Studios. This is Fox 18 News at 9 in high definition.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for Fox 18 News at 9, late edition. I'm Ashley Richmond. A body found in the Rock River this weekend may be that of a missing man from Dixon, Illinois. The Lee County Coroner's Office says the body was pulled from the river just before 4 o'clock Saturday. Sauk Valley Media reports that the body was found by a Dixon Fire Department search team along the north shore of the river near the Dixon Ford dealership on Route 2. Family members say it's believed to be 27-year-old Zachary O'Brien. O'Brien reportedly went missing nearly 2 weeks ago. A post on the In Memory of Zach O'Brien Facebook page says, quote, Sheriff Simonson and Pastor Spalding met with Susie to let her know the fire department discovered her son's body from the river. We reached out to the Lee County Sheriff's Office, but they said they could not release any information to us. The coroner's office says an autopsy is scheduled for this week. Stick with Fox 18 News on air and online for updates on this developing story. Police in Muscatine, Iowa are investigating an early morning shooting. Officials at the Muscatine Police Department say they responded to a report of gunshots on King Street just after 8:30 this morning. They found a house hit by multiple bullets. No one inside the home was injured. Police say although their investigation is still in the early stages, they believe the shooting was not a random act, but rather the home was specifically targeted. They say there is no threat to the general public. One man was taken to the hospital in an overnight motorcycle accident. According to a media release from the Mercer County Sheriff's Office, it happened on 270th Avenue in rural Sherrard, Illinois yesterday. They say Garrett Eagle of Lynn Center, Illinois was driving the motorcycle. He was taken to Unity Point Hospital in Rock Island and then later cited for driving under the influence. And deputies in Mercer County are also investigating a few burglaries. They say numerous storage units were broken into at a Sherrard storage complex Saturday. The sheriff's office also received a report that a business in Joy, Illinois had been burglarized. Both incidents are still under investigation. The Village of Atkinson, Illinois is under a boil order. A post on the Village of Atkinson Facebook page says they're experiencing an issue with the water system and that the whole village is under boil order until further notice. No word on what exactly has caused the water system issue. Kids enjoyed some Halloween fun at the Quad City Botanical Center today. It's part of their Pumpkin Extravaganza series. Each Sunday throughout the month, they had a different theme. Today's event included a costume party and trick-or-treating. Coordinators say they have seen a great turnout throughout the month.
Traditionally, we've been trying to bring back some things that we've done in the past, and this has been very popular. And we've upped the game by providing pumpkin passes for the Sundays and some real hands-on activities for the families.
Coordinators say about 100 kids have come each Sunday. It was a packed house at the Figge Art Museum's Day of the Dead Fiesta today. Coordinators say 300 people showed up in just the first 30 minutes. This is the 11th year for the event. Fox 18's Krista Burris shows us what families are saying about the Quad Cities' take on the popular Mexican holiday.
Hundreds of people filled the Figge Art Museum for the Day of the Dead Fiesta. At the free event, families could enjoy festive foods like bread of the dead. Kids could also try a variety of activities like face painting and making pop-up pictures. One of the activities was a big favorite with Ava and Isabel Thomas.
The sugar skulls?
Yeah, the sugar skulls.
Their mom, Sierra Thomas, says they've come to the event about 4 times.
It's nice to bring them out and let them learn more about the Day of the Dead itself.
Coordinators say a lot of times kids think the Day of the Dead seems scary because of the skeletons or Katrinas, but it's really about remembering the people that you've lost.
They're like, are you celebrating people's death? But no, actually what we're celebrating is their life. And we're celebrating what it meant to us when they were alive.
Coordinator Heather Aronson says the Figge Art Museum is partnering with LULAC and Hola America to host the event. She says they try to incorporate the community in their family days.
We have a huge Hispanic community here in the Quad Cities, and this day, the Day of the Dead, is it's a holiday that really embraces so much. Everybody, I think, can relate to it. Doesn't matter if you have a Spanish background, a Mexican background. Everybody's lost somebody.
Tar Macias is a member of Hola America and LULAC. He says the event helps people of all backgrounds learn about the Mexican tradition.
It's teaching them how to get along with each other in something that's fun. At the same time, they're seeing that even though it's different, it's something that I could embrace.
Coming together and remembering friends and family who are no longer with us. Krista Burris, Local 4 News.
If you missed the event, you can still check out a community altar in the lobby of the Figge. It will be open to the public through Thursday. And here are some local trick-or-treat times if you're planning on heading out tomorrow night. Trick-or-treating runs in Davenport and Bettendorf from 5 to 7 p.m. and in Moline, East Moline, and Rock Island from 5 to 8. We've got an extended list of QCA trick-or-treat times on our website, ourquadcities.com. And unlike years past, it's actually going to be pretty decent out there, so you don't have to ruin your costume with a big, heavy coat over it.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's going to be very comfortable tomorrow. Today, not too bad, but tomorrow expecting it to be even warmer. We did only get up to 60 today during the peak heating of the day. That high temperature actually came overnight around midnight or so when we were actually cooling down still from yesterday when it was so warm. But like I said, there is a warm-up in the forecast. I'll let you know how long that lasts with your Halloween forecast next on Fox 18 News at 9, late edition.
Fox 18 is first at 9 with Ashley Richmond, meteorologist Ash Simpson, and sports with Dan Vasco. You're watching Fox 18 News at 9 in high definition.
When you play games from the Iowa Lottery, there's one outcome for certain. You're helping Iowa veterans. Some proceeds go directly to provide support to Iowa veterans and their families. So when you play, you help someone who's served. When you play games from the Iowa Lottery, there's one outcome for certain. You're helping Iowa grow. Lottery proceeds become part of the funding for Iowa's rich tradition of quality education. So when you play, you help make our home state a little brighter.
I've noticed you here every morning.
I noticed you always get off at this stop.
Yeah. You?
Jefferson Street.
Maybe we can grab a bite to eat someday.
Maybe someday.
It's someday.
Sure is.
Brighten your morning with a hot, freshly brewed cup of McCafe coffee and get any size for just $1.
It's not uncommon for autistic kids to flap their hands. And so when I saw that, that was completely disqualifying. I'm a Republican, but this election is so much bigger than party. My son Max can't live in Trump world. So I'm crossing party lines and voting for Hillary. I don't always agree with her, but she's reasonable and she's smart. She can work with people to solve problems. I want to be able to tell my kids that I did the right thing when it really mattered.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
Change, my friends, is nigh. Enjoy the trip, or else you die.
Gotham, all new Monday, or watch anytime on demand or on Fox Now.
Now, meteorologist Ash Simpson with the Fox 18 local pinpoint forecast.
Well, yesterday was really warm outside, so it was a big change today when we only made it up close to 60. And now this evening with some clear skies, we are cooling down very quickly. We're already down to 46 in the Quad Cities, 46 as well in Geneseo, hanging on to 44 in Mount Carroll, 45 in Wapello, still 47 in Burlington, and 42 in Galesburg. So today with a high of right around 60, that was very, very average for this time of year as we get closer to November 1st. High temperature of only 57, but yesterday we made up to 78. It felt more like the middle of November than actually did late fall into early November, and that's how it's going to be feeling over the next couple of days, as well as we actually have another warm up in the forecast, but can't complain about right now because, as you can see later on at the end of meteorological fall, that's when we start to really drop down with those high temperatures. So hopefully you can enjoy your Halloween and not have to wear a big coat or anything to ruin that costume. But here's a look right now at the sky cam. The clear sky is outside, helping us to cool down very quickly. We are dry right now, expecting it to stay dry at least until Tuesday night into early on Wednesday morning. So for your Halloween, that's good news. Very comfortable outside. A little bit on the breezy side. Wind gusts could get upwards of 25 miles per hour. But with plenty of sunshine outside, it should be very, very comfortable. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Even warmer for Tuesday will be into the mid-70s. So well above average again for this time of year. That's all ahead of a little bit of rain on the way for Wednesday. So rain will get here late Tuesday night into early on Wednesday morning. Expecting plenty of scattered showers all day. A lot of that will be north of I-80, but we could see showers mostly everywhere. But that's not until Wednesday. Tomorrow, for your trick-or-treating forecast, should be very, very nice. Right around 4 p.m., it'll only be 67, 66 by 6 p.m., and then down to 65 by right around 8 p.m. So really cooling down slowly. A nice mixture of sun and clouds will make sure it stays very mild. Winds will also start to die down by that point as well, so it should be very comfortable for everyone running around getting all that candy tomorrow. Here's a look at the satellite radar. So clear right now. A few more clouds possible by morning, so I do expect a nice mixture of sun and clouds. As I mentioned, this cold front that passed through made it a lot cooler today. Now well off to our south, high pressure dominating for right now, bringing down that cooler Arctic air with the clockwise rotation of the winds, keeping it clear for now. But another front is on the way, and this is actually part of this front. It's going to wrap back around, turn into a warm front, and warm us up over the next couple of days as well. Here's a look at the future cast. So by tomorrow morning, a little bit of sunshine to start us off, and it just stays kind of partly sunny all day long. Here's a look at your local pinpoint forecast for Rock Island. We'll be into the lower 50s by 10 a.m. getting into the lower and mid 60s by the afternoon, and then a lot of us could even hit the upper 60s tomorrow. So a warm day, plenty of sunshine expected Tuesday, and then a little more rain on the way late Tuesday night into Wednesday. But as far as tonight goes, just some clouds out there, just a few of them. Low of 45, so a little bit cooler. Some of us could even get into the lower 40s overnight since it has cleared out pretty quickly here this evening. Tomorrow, a high right around 68. Some more sunshine in the forecast, still nice and comfy. Really the only thing is those wind gusts near 25 miles per hour. And then temperatures get into the mid-70s for Tuesday after a little bit of rain, though. Cools right back down. Plenty of sunshine expected later in the week with temperatures only in the mid-60s. So
76 Tuesday, yeah, my goodness.
It'll be warm, but really just in that range where it's still comfortable. We're not seeing too many 30s, not too many 80s, really.
Beautiful fall. Enjoy it while you can.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Ash. Well, still to come, why the Rocks are feeling fine on this Sunday night. And Game 5 from Wrigley Field. A lot of Cubs fans smiling out there tonight. Dan Vasco has all the action after this.
Me and Cookie, we're a powerful team again.
We'll see about that.
Catch up on TV's hottest show before it returns.
Bye, Felicious.
After the World Series.
You gonna wish you never met a hood rat like me.
That's how they do it when we from. That's how they do it when we from.
I'm talking about. Empire returns after the World Series, only on Fox.
A full hour of The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 6 on Fox 18.
Hillary Clinton won't change Washington. She's been there 30 years. Taxes went up, terrorism spread, jobs vanished. But special interests and Washington insiders thrived. Donald Trump will turn Washington upside down. Day one. Real change that puts Americans first. A vote for Hillary is a vote for more of the same. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for change that makes America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Never trick or treat on an empty stomach. Keep your little monsters happy. Just $8. Fresh made, fresh baked, fresh fun. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Revel Jewelers voted the Quad City's #1 buyer of loose and mounted diamonds with best service, prices, and immediate cash payment on all diamond jewelry. Duck Creek Plaza, Bettendorf.
Change has never been more powerful. We're rolling out our capable new lineup during Nissan's Year of the Truck and SUV event. The all-new Armada and Pathfinder, plus the award-winning Murano and our best-selling Rogue with intuitive all-wheel drive. Take on any terrain. Get to Nissan now for big savings and get 0% financing for up to 72 months on Rogue, or get 0% for up to 60 months on Murano.
For the second year in a row, the Illinois Broadcasters Association recognized OurQuadCities.com as the state's best television website. See why when you visit OurQuadCities.com today. It's information at your fingertips, and it's local for you. Visit OurQuadCities.com today.
Now, local sports with Dan Vasco.
The Cubs had one last game at Wrigley Field tonight as they took on the Cleveland Indians in Game 5. Cubs had to win it to extend the World Series, and you saw it right here on Fox 18. Let's go to those highlights. Cubs and Indians. Game 5, obviously elimination game here. Big stuff riding on this one. John Lester at the mound. It's Trevor Bauer who hits a fly ball deep to right. That's going to be out, but look at Jason Hayward climbing the wall, and then he has to jump back off of it to grab it, but he got it done, and wow, even Bauer's got to appreciate that one. It's 1-0 Indians still, though, and that'll be until Chris Bryant comes up in the bottom of the 4th, smacks this one out of there, deep to left center. That's gone. Solo home run. That is tied up at 1 apiece, and then same inning, Addison Russell here brings Rizzo around to score. That's the infield single. It's going to be 2-1 Cubs. And we're going to the top of the 5th now. Runner on third. John Lester, though, able to pitch him into a great single there. And, yep, he's out. Easy stuff there for John Lester, and big-time play for Addison Russell to field that and not get an error, because obviously the pressure was on in this one, but Lester pitched a great game and continues on. Well, the Rock Island Rocks are getting ready for a home playoff game this upcoming weekend after defeating Thornton Fractional South on Friday. So now they prepare to battle Palos Heights Shepherd. Let's recap that intense battle between the Rocks and the Rebels Friday night. It was a tight contest throughout, but the Rocks offense came up with some big plays in this one. They found some success through the air and on the ground, but it was the defense that was the star of the show as they forced 4 turnovers in the contest, including a clutch interception by Casey Commodore to seal the 17-14 win.
We knew that they were going to be a passing team, so we forced them to pass, and we knew that we had good enough safeties and corners to go get it, so we just went up and got it and did our jobs, and then hopefully we can do it for the next couple of weeks. It feels amazing. We're just going to keep on working this next week. We're not going to let it get to our heads. We're going to keep on working even harder because we know this team's going to be really good.
Our defense, they gave up some yards, but they did a great job making plays the way they needed to. Obviously, you saw the push-ups. We do that for turnovers that are forced, and they did a great job. Offense, struggled at times, but they really challenged us. I think the field conditions had a little bit to do with that, but, at this point, you just got to find a way to win a game, and our kids did that.
It's just unexplainable how exciting this is, being senior and having my teammates here and just coming away with a win, 4 more. It's always fun, in our mind, we lost to 2 8-1 teams, and we drew an 11 seed, but that's all right with us. We're going home next week, and we're going to try and get another win.
Well, Fox 18 Sports Sunday coming up right after this. Rock Island senior stars coming on board for the show. The Mallards' Justin Kovacs, he'll be on hand as well. He is playing great this year, and some of the best from Saturday high school playoff football, that's coming up. So something to look forward to there. And obviously, big story, Cubs win. They win 3-2. They're going back to Cleveland. They got to win 2 games there if they want to get it done. But hey, we're continuing on the series. That's good enough for tonight, for sure.
You're a lot more calm right now than you were in the newsroom a couple minutes ago.
I was like jumping around and running around. I was
like happy pacing? I've never seen someone pace when they're happy.
I'm like, yeah, I can't handle like some of those pressure situations. I can't like sit down and actually watch the game. I got to be like standing up. It was tight there at the end, but hey, they pulled it off. I am a happy camper.
You and a lot of Cubs fans out there tonight.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Wrigley, you saw some shots from there. I mean, man, the place was erupting.
Freaking out.
Yeah, because that's the last time they'll be able to play there this year. So good stuff. Good for the fans to get a win there in the World Series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dan. Stick with us. We have more news after the break.
What's worse, Savannah Mayor Tony McCombie's complaining about having to go to work every day, or the damage she caused when she did. McCombie raised property taxes 38%, but handed a huge tax break to a campaign donor. And even though McCombie's budget failures forced cuts to police and firefighters, she still fought to hire a $100,000 bureaucrat to do her job because McCombie didn't want to, quote, sit here every day. McCombie, incompetence we can't afford.
Make a date with Mike and Molly.
Weeknights at 5 and 11 on Fox 18.
Ideal Garage Doors offer maximum performance, all backed by a limited lifetime warranty. A 9x7 non-insulated garage door is just $209. Or upgrade to an insulated garage door for only $279. Keep your home, garage, and automobiles clean with this 5-gallon shop vac. With a powerful 6-horsepower motor, it can tackle tough messes, wet or dry. Pick one up for $79.99 now during the Menard Day sale.
Save big money at Menards. Some say we're the underdog, that we've already lost the fight. But I know that hard work brings results, and that Illinois still has a lot of fight left. I'm proud my whole family lives here, and I'm proud to fight hard and deliver results for you every day. I'm Sherry Bustos, and I approve this message because Illinois is worth fighting for.
While some dealers may offer 20% off, here at Kimberly Car City, we're offering 25% off MSRP. That's right, 25% off. During the Jeep Celebration event, save $8,000 off this Jeep Cherokee, just $289 a month. Grand Caravan is discounted $7,500, just $249 a month. Or save a whopping $12,000 off Ram 1500, just $449 a month. Get 25% off MSRP this month at Kimberly Car City in Davenport. Wow, what a place!
Convenient and comprehensive. This is Fox 18 News at 9.
With just days until the election, an already odd presidential campaign between two rivals has pivoted into a three-way free-for-all with the head of the FBI in the middle of it. Catherine Harridge has the latest.
After a subpoena was issued in late September, Fox News was told FBI investigators began combing through Anthony Weiner's computer in the separate sexting investigation, allegations he has denied. As they sifted through the records, investigators found emails from Clinton aide Huma Abedin, Weiner's estranged wife, who had access to the laptop. The FBI team then got new authorization to do a deeper dive on the metadata, and that was when the hits allegedly linked to Clinton were uncovered. The Republican chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, who was notified by the FBI, spoke with Chris Wallace of Fox News Sunday.
To me, Chris, this has to be a substantial development. I just don't see Director Comey opening this case back up 11 days before the election unless it is quite serious.
Abedin told the FBI in April that she sent State Department emails, including this one from Clinton, to her personal Yahoo account, where it was easier to print than the clumsy State Department system. In June, Abedin swore under oath in a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit that she never deleted her emails, and she searched through all her devices for government records. But that sworn declaration is now in question. The ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee told ABC News Comey acted outside his lane.
I think this was a terrible error in judgment by the director.
to release this kind of ambiguous letter. These may be pertinent, they may be significant, they may not be significant, they may not be pertinent. That kind of an ambiguity bomb this close to election was a terrible lapse in judgment.
In January, Fox News first reported the FBI was investigating the Clinton Foundation and pay-to-play allegations against Secretary Clinton. A former FBI executive told CNN those cases were not shut down despite efforts by the Obama Justice Department.
The FBI has an intensive investigation ongoing into the Clinton Foundation. And Huma Abedin and her role in the foundation and possible allegations concerning the activities of the Secretary of State in the nature of the foundation and possible pay-to-play, that's still being looked at.
Fox News is told the director's decision was driven by two factors: the sheer volume of emails and the commitment he made under oath.
Would you reopen the Clinton investigation if you discovered new information that was both relevant and substantial?
It's hard for me to answer in the abstract. We would certainly look at any new and substantial information.
Catherine Herridge reporting. A powerful earthquake has caused widespread destruction in Italy. The 6.6 magnitude earthquake hit the central and southern parts of the country early this morning. By daybreak, the damage from the strongest quake to hit Italy in nearly 36 years was visible. Entire villages that were once popular tourist attractions are now piles of rubble. In one of the hardest hit areas, historic buildings crumbled to the ground and roads were split in two. The destructive quake was also felt in Rome. Officials say aftershocks are now a major concern. Luckily, no deaths have been reported from this latest quake. Stick with us. Meteorologist Ash Simpson has your 10-day forecast after the break. You're watching Fox 18 News at 9, late edition.
The competition doesn't stand a ghost of a chance in beating a Green Buick GMC deal on over 800 vehicles available to you. We've got 0% for 60 months on new Buicks. Drive today with no money down and nothing to pay for 90 days. Get $6,000 off MSRP on new Encores in stock or $8,000 off on new 17 Enclaves in stock. We have the largest selection of Buicks in the Quad Cities. We'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. Green Buick GMC, the competition's scariest good deal destination.
Green, gotta go to green.
Modern Family. Weekdays at 4:30 and 10:30 on Fox 18.
I served under President Bush and Obama. I fought the Taliban. I was asked to form a global coalition to counter ISIL. When someone makes the comment that they know more about the Islamic State or ISIL than do the generals, it implies a complete ignorance of the reality. But I believe Secretary Clinton really understands the threat that the Islamic State poses to the United States and to the American people. And I believe she understands how to wield American power to ultimately defeat this threat and to keep us safe.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day. There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days. Every day, a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50 every day of the week at Subway.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
When you play games from the Iowa Lottery, there's one outcome for certain. You're helping Iowa veterans. Some proceeds go directly to provide support to Iowa veterans and their families. So when you play, you help someone who's served. When you play games from the Iowa Lottery, there's one outcome for certain. You're helping Iowa grow. Lottery proceeds become part of the funding for Iowa's rich tradition of quality education. So when you play, you help make our home state a little brighter.
It's never been easier or faster to shop Yonkers. Introducing Buy Online, Pickup in Store. Shop for what you want when you want it. Simply shop Yonkers.com, select Pickup in Store, and place your order online. We'll contact you when your order is ready for pickup at your nearest store in as little as a few hours. Plus, with our dedicated pickup service desk, it's never been easier or faster to order today and wear it tonight. Yonkers, your store, your style.
Follow Fox 18 News 24 hours a day on ourquadcities.com.
All right, birthday boy, give us the weather.
Just like that.
Just like that,
yeah.
It's simple segue.
I don't want to anymore, though.
Come on.
Well, how are the Cubs fans in Wrigley feeling right now?
You know,
It's nice and warm out.
Nice, very comfortable.
Yeah.
Very nice outside, and I'm sure the W makes them feel all that better. Well, here's some more good news for all the Cubs fans around the Quad Cities. Temperature's really going to be nice for Halloween, getting in the upper 60s and then getting into the mid-70s by Tuesday. A little more rain comes through late Tuesday night through Wednesday, and that'll help to cool us back down
into the mid-60s for the rest of the forecast, but really staying dry within that range, just where it's very, very comfortable. It's still above average for this time of year, but we can just save all that really cold stuff.
Lots to be happy about tonight, that's for sure.
60s are great. That's like my favorite temperature right there.
It's nice.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Solid.
Thanks, guys. And thanks for joining us. Stick around. Fox 18 Sports Sunday is next.
A family who's struggling. A veteran who's served. If you're an Iowan but not a special interest, Mark Lofgren isn't for you. Before Senator Brace was even in office, Lofgren voted against $1.2 million for the Iowa Veterans Home, while signing himself up for taxpayer-funded health care at our expense. And Lofgren pledged to deny 150,000 Iowans access to affordable health care. It's clear, Mark Lofgren isn't looking out for us.
Hillary Clinton won't change Washington. She's been there 30 years. Taxes went up, terrorism spread, jobs vanished. But special interests and Washington insiders thrived. Donald Trump will turn Washington upside down. Day one. Real change that puts Americans first. A vote for Hillary is a vote for more of the same. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for change that makes America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
A full hour of The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 6 on Fox 18.
Live from KLJB-TV with sports director Jay Kidwell. This is Fox 18 Sports Sunday.
Well, welcome to Fox 18 Sports Sunday. Jay Kidwell, Dan Vasco. Was this an exciting Sunday night or what?
Yeah, man, it was awesome. We had a lot of sweet stuff going on, and a Cubs victory.
You know what? We're normally on at 9:30, but 11:28 is just fine. If you can sit through a night like tonight, watching the Cubs take a must-win situation and turn it into an absolute thrilling night of baseball.
That was phenomenal. And, I mean, they made it a nail-biter for sure towards the end there, but that's what you want to see, man. Great baseball. What can you say?
Let's take a look at the action from Wrigley Field. Of course, the place absolutely jumping tonight. Fans nervous at the get-go, knowing it had to be done. The Cubs had to win to keep this thing going. What a play here. Almost a, well, yeah, you know where it's going, but Jason Hayward with the off-the-railing catch. Terrific grab there and a terrific catch, and the Cubs down 1-0 early on, but a nice defensive play. Chris Bryant getting into it. Couple of errors the other night, but home run. And forget those errors. We're tied at 1, and that was a big-time fourth inning for the Cubs. Addison Russell with the infield single, bringing in Anthony Rizzo, and the Cubs had the lead 2-1. Fans are feeling it. It was some scene, and then it was time to just keep things going for the Cubs defense. The ground out there, John Lester was absolutely terrific on the mound for the Chicago Cubs as they would win this one 3-2 the final, and they are heading to Cleveland for a Tuesday night Game 6. Back out here, Dan, I'll tell you what, you got Jake Arrieta on the mound in Game 6.
Feeling good.
Full rest. You got Josh Tomlin, short rest for the Indians. Looks pretty good for the Cubs.
It's a good opportunity, absolutely. And, you know, the bats started to come alive again today, so we'll see if they can ride that momentum a little bit going into Cleveland. Nice to see them get a victory in Wrigley, you know, during the World Series. That's just awesome. Those fans seemed just thrilled just to be there for that atmosphere. Phenomenal.
Of course, 1945, the last time Wrigley Field was witness to a Cubs win in a World Series game. Obviously, their last time in the World Series. So a Cubs win going back to 1945. Joe Madden, just a couple of moments ago, was talking about how, you know what, he's not a fan of American League Baseball, but going back to Cleveland, going to American League rules, well, Kyle Schwarber's.
You get your DH in there.
Get your DH in there. The lineup looks a little bit stronger, or a lot stronger.
Yeah, and I bet he's itching to get back in there. You know, he had a great, couple games there where he's doing well, and then has to sit, for the next couple. But, yep, we're back there in Cleveland, ready to go.
You'll see, of course, Game 6 and Game 7, which we hope right here on Fox 18, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Game 7. Of course, first pitch around 7:08. Dan, why don't you talk about those Packers and Falcons this afternoon?
Sounds good. Yeah, believe it or not, there was some football going on as well. So they are in Atlanta here. First quarter will pick things up. The Falcons down 7-3 when Matt Ryan, man, he drops this right in there for his receiver, Taylor Gabriel, making a great catch between two defenders for the 47-yard touchdown. Later, it's Aaron Rodgers buying time like he always does, throwing it right near the sidelines there in the end zone. and that is caught. Trevor Davis, 9-yard touchdown. That's his first career touchdown. Packers up 21-13. Now under a minute left in the first half, though. Devontae Freeman here behind a few blockers gets into the end zone. That would put them up with a 5-yard touchdown. And we'll just go later into the game here. Aaron Rodgers, buying time once again, goes to the back of the end zone. That's Jeff Janis with the touchdown. So the Falcons down 21-19 in third quarter. They're down 24-19. Freeman punches it up the middle for the 1-yard touchdown later, and then Matt Ryan connects with Mohamed Sanu with 30 seconds left in the game. So here's Aaron Rodgers, 4th down. He's got to get this complete. Nope, can't find Devontae Adams there. They lose this one. It is a tough loss for the Packers. Atlanta takes it 33-32.
And, of course, the Bears and Vikings had the day off, and those two will get ready to play Monday Night Football. Coming up next, we're talking Rock Island playoff football. The Rock's getting it done on the road Friday. We're talking Rock Island playoff action. That's next on Fox 18 Sports Sunday Lookout.
I've noticed you here every morning.
I noticed you always get off at this stop.
Yeah. You?
Jefferson Street.
Maybe we can grab a bite to eat someday.
Maybe someday.
It's someday.
Sure is.
Brighten your morning with a hot, freshly brewed cup of McCafe coffee and get any size for just $1.
Make a date with Mike and Molly. Weeknights at 5 and 11 on Fox 18.
For your home, office, or expedited delivery, River City Moving and Delivery is keeping you on the move.
River City Moving, changing the face of moving and delivery.
Revel Jewelers, voted the Quad City's #1 local gold buyer for best service and prices. We also buy silver, flatware, and coins. Duck Creek Plaza, Bettendorf.
Fox Monday.
Change, my friends, is nigh. Enjoy the trip, Red Queen, or else you die.
A new Gotham, then.
Every time you say you're evil, I know that's not who you really are.
I don't know a thing about who I am.
I need you to be honest about who you are.
An all-new Lucifer after a new Gotham, this Monday on Fox.
For your home, office, or expedited delivery, River City Moving and Delivery is keeping you on the move.
River City Moving, changing the face of moving and delivery.
Fox 18 Sports Sunday now continues. Here is Jake Kidwell.
Well, this is terrific. I have got a couple of Rock Island Rock football superstars. Kristen Kelly, great to have you here. Dominic Esposito. Guys, thanks for coming in this evening. Great to have you here. What a win by the Rock Island Rocks on Friday night. Going on the road, tough a place, tough opponent, and you guys come up with the 3-point win. Kristen, tell me a little bit about Friday night and how rewarding that must be.
It felt great. It's like a first win in 5 years, and it felt good to win on the road. So.
Dominic, a little bit about that game and to talk about that battle, that atmosphere, and how you guys came out and got it done.
Yeah, definitely it was a challenge, and I was proud of the team pulled through because it was a long trip down there, and we obviously wanted to get a win on the road and especially get a home game this week.
Well, not only did you guys win, you guys never trailed in this game. You started out nicely, a nice drive early on, led to a field goal to get you up 3-0, and you just sort of kept building from there. How important is that in a playoff game or maybe in any game, but just to sort of come out and sort of set the tone, get that early advantage?
It kind of gives you confidence moving forward. Once you start out strong, you know that you can play with them, and you can just keep, beating them, I guess. I don't know.
Dominic, is it good? Does it sort of also get in, not only does it help you out, but I bet it also sort of gets into their head a little bit like, you know what, this Rock Island team means business.
Yeah, we always stressed before the game that offensive line, we want to set the tone throughout the whole game and just keep coming at them and just finishing our blocks and making sure that we give our running backs able to get as many yards as possible, and so that allows the team to win.
Well, Dominic is center, Tristan left tackle. You guys are in the dirty work. These are the guys that are, protecting Alec, keeping the quarterback safe, opening up the holes for the backs. Take us into the dynamics of what that line work is all about and how intense that must get during these games.
We focus on playing together as a unit, and we really focus on technique and stuff like that. We work on that stuff all throughout practice during the week, and that's a big part of it.
It's got to be rewarding stuff to know that get the upper hand on a guy after a quarter or so. Can you sort of start feeling that I've got this guy where I want him?
Yeah, and especially when you know the guy right next to you is your best friend, and we have such a close bond. All the offensive linemen, we just do everything together, and playing as a unit is very important to us. And
what are some of the other things you guys do, being that close of a bond, not just on the field but off the field? What are some of the other activities that you guys might, kick back and do at times?
Well, every Friday or every day of the game, I host a lineman luncheon. We invite some of the skill players and Alec, and we all get together and eat before the game, and just joke around and just loosen everybody up so that we're not just stressing over the game. We play better when we're loose, and I think that it brings us together a lot better.
What's the best meal? Is there a constant meal, or does that change, and what are the favorites?
His dad makes this Hawaiian fried rice. It's the best. It's good.
It is pretty good.
Is that a constant, or does it change up sometimes? Or once you find a good one, stay with it? Yeah,
well, it changes a lot, but they always request fried rice, and we obviously can't make it every week, otherwise we'll all bloat.
But it's a good way to sort of get the game day, the Friday thing going, though.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And I'll tell you what, Coach Stortz, what a job by the coach and the coaching staff to get you guys into this position. Tell me a little bit about Coach, what he's like. Obviously, we see him out at practice or on the sidelines on a game night. Give us an idea how helpful he's been to both of you.
He just is very supportive, and he trusts all of us to do our job, and every day at practice he pushes us to get better and work as hard as possible so we're prepared for the game.
Yeah, and especially it's nice to have a coach that knows playoff atmosphere, and he's obviously with Lake Zurich and all the places he's been. He has been in the playoffs. He's won a state championship. And he knows how to win in the playoffs. He knows how to win games. And it's nice to have a coach that knows how to win.
Well, I had the fun part of my Friday night. I was out there at the game with you guys Friday watching that win. That was something. And the thing I loved at the end is that you guys had Coach Stortz doing push-ups.
Yeah. We always make him do push-ups. If the defense gets more than 3 turnovers, they have to do 30 push-ups, and it's hilarious. It's funny to see the coaches because we do a thing called WAR, and it just tests our mental toughness, and we have to hold a push-up position for a really long time, and it's nice to get back at the coaches for pushing us to make us do WAR.
They were doing a pretty good job, though. I thought. I was pretty impressed. They're getting it done.
Yeah, a little shaky technique, but it's okay.
That's right. But how about that? A 3-point win, playoff game number 1's in the books. It's a win. You're moving on. How great to have a home game this Friday night.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What's the big difference of being at home?
You don't have the stress of going on the road, driving for 2 hours, and then you're at your home locker room. You can relax and get dressed and take your time, basically.
Yeah, and it's nice to play in front of our student section. We obviously get a lot of support from them, and we're hoping that we have a big show because this is a big deal to be in the second round for our team this year, and we're hoping that we can pull through this week too.
It is a very big deal. It is a big deal indeed. There are a whole lot of teams that would love to be playing playoff football and playing into the second round. Lastly, how exciting is this as you get ready for round 2 and in the home one?
It's very exciting, and we're just excited to get back out there tomorrow and just start going to work this week.
You sound excited.
I'll tell you what, Tristan Kelly, Dominic Esposito, thank you guys. Good luck to you. We're looking forward to Friday night. That should be absolutely something. Rock Island Rocks football rolling on through the playoffs, and they got a home game Friday. I'm sure it'll be a raucous environment indeed. Guys, best of luck to you. Thanks for coming on in.
Thank you.
Fox 18 Sports Sunday continues after this.
What makes the best truck deal? 0 for 72, $11,000 off MSRP. How about a deal with no money down and no payments for 3 months? Yes, those make the best truck deals. And who makes the best truck deals? Green Chevy, your best truck deal destination. Save $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 Crew and Double Cabs, or get $10,000 off on new Silverado HD Crew Cabs in stock. Plus, we finance your future, not your past. Green Chevy, your best truck deal destination.
The state's best television website 2 years running. Visit ourquadcities.com today.
Get hot water when you need it and save money on your water heating costs with Energy Star rated water heaters from Menards. Choose from this 12-year hybrid electric heat pump or this gas whole house tankless model. Your choice, $1,099 each. Menards has what you need to improve the water quality in your home. This whole house filtration system is $249. This 45,000 grain water softener is $479. Now during the Menard Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
How was your first day back?
Boring.
You ever feel like you made the wrong career choice?
The day I met you.
Lethal Weapon returns after the World Series on Fox.
This is an important medical message from the Pain Management Network. Do you suffer from severe back or knee pain? Making even your most simple everyday activities difficult? Well, if you're on Medicare, we have great news. You can now receive a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. We'll handle the paperwork with Medicare for free. All shipping and customer service is free. And the call to check your eligibility is free.
Call now 800-237-6019, 800-237-6019.
Fox Monday.
Change, my friends, is nigh. Enjoy the trip, Red Queen, or else you die.
A new Gotham, then.
Every time you say you're evil, I know that's not who you really are.
You don't know a thing about who I am.
I need you to be honest about who you are.
An all-new Lucifer after a new Gotham, this Monday on Fox.
Fox 18 Sports Sunday now continues. Here is Jake Kidwell.
Oh, look at this. I got number 10 of the Mallards, Justin Kovacs, in studio. Absolutely great to have you here, Justin. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This young man, what a Sunday he's had. Not only is his hockey team winning, he played TPC Deer Run today. How much do you love golf?
Big fan. Big fan. Played in high school, so still playing.
What's the best part of your game?
I'm pretty good off the tee, usually. Not today, but usually.
All right. What holes did you like out of Deer Run? That's some course out there, isn't it?
Yeah, the front's pretty challenging. I like them all, you know. I like the back. I tend to do better on the back, so I think I like those holes better.
Well, we're going to have to keep an eye on Justin out there on the golf course as well. That's something. Hopefully you get to a John Deere Classic next summer. That would be, I bet you'd really enjoy that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That is some scene indeed. Well, I'll tell you what, the Mallards have now won 4 games in a row. That is something else. You guys had that hiccup at the start of the gate with Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne looks like a strong team. But since those first 2 losses, it's 4 in a row. How good is that for a team to sort of get this season going and coming out with such a nice stretch?
It's good, you know. It's good for us. We going into Fort Wayne, we didn't have much practice time together. We had guys that had just come to the team, so yeah. To get after that weekend, we seemed to get on a little roll here and just try and keep it going.
How much of a factor was that? Obviously, early in the season, so there wasn't a lot of time as you got ready for Fort Wayne. So it sounds like that did make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. You know, practice is huge for us. We work on a lot of systems, pretty much every practice. So getting those down and being able to execute out in the games, it's really helped us.
Well, let's take a look at the Tulsa game on last night as you took on the Tulsa Oilers. In fact, Tulsa had not lost a game all year. Of course, kids ready for trick or treat. A fun night at the iWireless Center. And, well, there you are setting up Sam Warning. You guys just getting it done time in and time out. Talk about last night's game and how great that was to beat Tulsa. Once again, a team that was 6-0 coming into the game.
Yeah, it was a huge win for us. You know, we knew we were playing a good, challenging team. And they play hard, they were fast, good on defense, and yeah, it was a huge win for us. Beating an undefeated team is always something to look for, and to get that win, it was really good for us.
And you now have points. You're the Mallards' leading point getter. You have points in all games that the Mallards have played, so it has been quite a start. How much does that help? Just sort of momentum and confidence and all of that as you roll through this long hockey season?
Yeah, it's huge for the confidence, you know, to get off to a good start. You know, I'm playing with a good buddy of mine that I played with back in the day, Sam Morning, and yeah, we seem to be clicking pretty well, and just got to keep it going.
That makes a difference, knowing where Sam is, or for both of you that have that flow, just to be able to be comfortable with each other out there.
Oh yeah, the chemistry is there, obviously, and yeah, we kind of just feed off each other and know where we're going, where each other's going, and just try and move the puck as much as we can and put the puck in the net.
Well, you put the puck in the net against Fort Wayne, the season opener on home ice, as you took on Fort Wayne and the bongo cam was going, and you got the first goal of the season for the Mallards. Nothing like coming over from Kalamazoo and banging the drum and getting on the board right away. How nice was that?
It was real nice, you know, to get that first one out of the way early in the season. It's always good, you know, a little monkey off the back. And yeah, it was a good pass from Sam, and I just kind of fired it and was able to get past the goalie.
Now, coming over from Kalamazoo, tell us sort of the differences between the teams. How much of a difference is there when you change teams?
I wouldn't say there's too much of a difference. Kind of mostly just the opportunity. You know, Terry and Phil, the coaches here, they've given me the opportunity to go out there and perform in all aspects of the game and all situations, and just trying to take advantage of it.
And I'll tell you what, that has got to be wonderful. It seems like Coach Ruskowski really has the players back. Seems like there's pretty good rapport there. What have you seen with him that really makes him a coach you like to play for?
Well, he's got a lot of experience, obviously, almost 1,000 games in the NHL, and he's a great coach. He really stresses the details in the systems and everything. So yeah, I think it's been great so far. He's got a little sense of humor too, so it's pretty exciting right now around the rink.
Sense of humor's got to be a good thing to have with a hockey coach.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely, you know, loosen up in the locker room and everything, and not everything's so tense all the time, but when it's time to be serious, he knows how to be serious.
Earlier in the week, you took on Missouri at the iWireless Center on a Wednesday night, and of course, sports fans around here sort of got that Cubs fever, so the Mallards are good enough to keep an eye on the baseball and keep an eye on the winning hockey team. How nice to come back home, sort of start a couple of games at home with a win over Missouri, a team that's been struggling, but you still got to beat them. I mean, they're on the schedule. That's who's there.
Yeah, it was huge to beat them. You know, I guess over the last couple of years they've done pretty well against the Mallards, and Terry stressed that a lot, and we just wanted to go out there and try and get the win, and we were able to do it.
It's got to be some good stuff. Let's take a look at the schedule ahead for the Mallards. You guys hit the road now for a couple of games as you visit Cincinnati and Indianapolis, and then you are back home a week from today. You will host Cincinnati. It's a 4 o'clock game next Sunday at the iWireless Center. Kind of fun to get out for a couple of road games and sort of go into an opponent's building and try to ruin their night?
Definitely. You know, I really enjoy playing on the road, actually, and we got 2 in a row, so if we can get 2 big road wins and then come home and try and get another one, that'd be good.
That sounds like a good plan. 25 years old, you're from Michigan. You're all Michigan teams, a big fan of the Red Wings, and tell us who you like.
The Red Wings, Wolverines, I like Michigan football. Basketball, I'm kind of a Sparty fan. I know it's kind of back and forth, but yeah, Tigers, Red Wings, Michigan.
Any favorite players growing up, namely on the hockey side, Red Wings, anybody that you've liked?
Probably Datsuk, yeah, for many years. When he was here, he was always a blast to watch, and just phenomenal player, and try to emulate him.
You enjoying the Quad Cities? Everything going well for you so far?
Oh yeah, it's great. You know, pretty decent weather going into November here. You know, still getting on the golf course and seeing the cities. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's terrific. Number 10, Justin Kovacs, he's getting it done for the Mallards, and they are on a 4-game winning streak. We'll see them at home next Sunday. Justin, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Continued success. He's getting it done. We'll see him next Sunday at the iWireless Center. We are talking high school football playoffs after this on Fox 18 Sports Sunday.
Each of us has a tremendous opportunity coming up, exercising our right to vote.
Here at Fox 18 News, we're proud to be your local election headquarters, bringing you all the latest news from the national and local races that affect you.
Be an informed voter, but most importantly, get out there and vote.
And then on election night, watch all the returns as they come in, right here on Fox 18 News and online at ourquadcities.com.
Fox 18 News at 9.
Your local election headquarters.
A full hour of The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 6 on Fox 18.
During October, Jack's Brake and Alignment is putting the brakes on cancer. For every brake service performed, you get your brake pads for free, and Jack's donates 10% of that brake service to Gilda's Club. Jack's Brake and Alignment, putting the brakes on cancer. Stop by one of our 3 convenient Quad City locations today.
It takes a builder to rebuild the American dream, and Donald Trump has the blueprint. Tax relief for working people, a 30% tax cut. Peace of mind for working families, an average $5,000 child care tax reduction and paid maternity leave. Lower health care costs. Expanding competition by allowing people to purchase coverage across state lines. This is the blueprint. This is the builder. Donald Trump.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 11:30 on Fox 18.
You may think that you can't afford to get your car or truck repaired, but you can't afford not to. If your car is broke, you can fix it today and pay later with Jack's in-house no-credit check financing. Engine repairs, transmissions, brakes, tune-ups, and more. Jack's Brake Alignment and Service Centers now with 3 convenient Quad City locations.
Local sports on your schedule. This is Fox 18 Sports Sunday.
All right, Sterling playing some football versus Westinghouse Friday night. How's this for a defensive shutdown here? 3 Golden Warriors swarming the running back for a loss. And that would lead to a punt, and obviously this punt was huge return here. Some nice blocking that's going to spring Turner Morrison. Well, he just runs up the field. I mean, so much offense in this game, and for them to get it done on special teams as well was huge for the Golden Warriors. He gets into the end zone there, and man, they would just roll in this one. Defensive play, forcing a couple fumbles in the first quarter. I mean, they were up 35-0 in the first, and they go on to win this one 45-6. They remain undefeated. They were 9-0 coming into this game, so they are now 10-0, and they are heading to the second round.
Dan, I'll tell you what, Sterling's looking amazing. Galesburg, what a day for them Saturday afternoon, hosting their first playoff game in a quarter of a century. Oh, the student section, they were terrific. They were so fired up. It was a blast to see. Job well done. Benny Castellano with a terrific defensive play for head coach Tim Dougherty and the Galesburg Silver Streaks. And Galesburg, well, nice play, nice pass over the middle. Jacob Ross, Patrick Bond, nice maneuver, just getting all the way into the end zone.
Carrying those defenders.
Yeah, Galesburg coming off of that impressive win over Peoria High in the final week of the season, and then making it a nice playoff game. And of course, our man there, Hunter, just kicking back, relaxing. He knows it's all good for the Silver Streaks.
It's fun.
As Galesburg would win this one 35-21, so they are moving on to round 2. Fun stuff to see, and we'll see how things roll on. Of course, sort of some of the surprises that Geneseo is out of the playoffs after not typical Geneseo year. Quick reminder, the Grid Club, I should say, tomorrow, high noon, the finale. Bobby Hansen, former great from the Hawkeyes and NBA star, and Hawkeye broadcaster, he'll be on hand. That's tomorrow at high noon at the Grid Club at the Knights of Columbus. We're back after this.
Some say sports aren't important, but through local sports, our young people have the opportunity to learn important lessons about themselves and about the world around them. They don't play for the fans or the coaches. The most successful young athletes play for one another. And in the process, they learn about teamwork, dependability, and loyalty.
And what could be more important than that?
See sports in a different way with Jake Hidwell and the Fox 18 sports team.
Make a date with Mike and Molly.
Weeknights at 5 and 11 on Fox 18.
Why have the latest smartphone if you can't use it wherever you go? Switch to U.S. Cellular for our best plan yet. 7 gigs of data per line for only $49. To share more photos at your cabin. Or video chat at your secret fishing spot. All for just $49. The best part? We put towers in places the other guys don't. Because U.S. Cellular thinks you deserve a signal that works wherever you are. Switch to U.S. Cellular and get a whopping 7 gigs of data per line for only $49.
What makes a modern family?
Do we kick and punch each other, or do we love each other?
Love each other.
That's right.
It's all relative.
You're like my grandma. I have stabbed closer relatives than you.
Modern Family, nightly.
Weekdays at 4:30 and 10:30 on Fox 18.
Politician Mike Smitty uses politics to profit. Sleazy, double-dipping schemes to line his own pockets. Smitty used campaign donations to reimburse himself $45 grand, $5,000 for gas, $16 for mileage, $24 for a Springfield apartment. And after claiming he didn't charge taxpayers for those expenses,
I've not been taking a per diem or mileage.
He did, using taxpayer funds to reimburse himself for those same expenses again. Scandal, sleaze, the stench of corruption. That's Mike Smitty.
Why does it need to be you?
Because right now, I'm the only one I can trust.
24 Legacy after the Super Bowl on Fox.
Follow Fox 18 News 24 hours a day on ourquadcities.com.
Well, who says we don't give you anything? Wednesday between 2 and 6 at Taco Bell, you get a free Doritos Locos taco thanks to a stolen base during the World Series. So free tacos Wednesday at Taco Bell. Way to go. Taco Bell sounds pretty good about right now, Dan.
I'll take it, absolutely.
All right, let's take
Free
a final
food,
look
always.
at Wrigley Field from Game 5. Chris Bryant getting it done today. Dan's a huge Cub fan. How excited are you, buddy?
I mean, that was huge for him to get that revenge from last night to a couple errors and now come back home run. Aroldis Chapman closing it out, and he had me on the edge of my seat towards the end there. One run away, but yep, great stuff.
And the singing and the scene, that was something. For my man Dan, I'm Jay. Enjoy Game 6 Tuesday right here on Fox 18. Have a great night.
Go Cubs.